This is my favorite part coming up right now. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Of course, my guy. But I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. One more time, guys. Oh, Lord.
You know, that's funny every time. Mike Tyson absolutely stealing the scene in The Hangover back in 2009, and he's been a busy guy both on and off the screen since then. Besides movies, TV shows, and much more, former champ is still very involved in life in the boxing ring. And today, Mike Tyson's here.
Yes, tonight he's actually appearing at the Target Center.
Yeah, he's part of the Friday Night Fights event, which includes some fighters with some Minnesota ties.
Yeah, you know who he is. He's a former heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson, joining us on the Buzz Couch this morning. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for being here.
I'm
Good
excited
morning.
being here. Wow, that was Mike Tyson, 500 pounds heavier. Wasn't it? God,
And 5 years ago.
yeah.
It has been a while. We're going to talk Hollywood a little bit later on, but we want to get right down to business this morning. Talk with you about what you're in town for. You know, you're really involved in boxing,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's why you're here.
I'm doing Mike Tyson Productions, and we're here promoting the fight. We have Agenis Mendez taking on Rance Bartholomew for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship, 130 pounds. And also, I'm here to watch this Caleb and Truax. I hear so much about him, and hearing so much about him, and man, he's going to fight Duran tonight, and this is going to be very exciting. This is going to be very exciting. I'm happy to be here. And not only while I'm here, I'm also shooting a reality show, me and my partner, Gary Jonas, and this is going to be the insights about boxing and what's going on in boxing and the insights and your guys as well, because your guys are in the stuff, of course. Look at the guys.
Cameras.
There's a camera. I'm not used to a fourth camera over here, Mike. I'm getting very scared. It's
Good
floating
stuff.
around.
I feel kind of important.
It's Hollywood. This
Very
is what it's
exciting
about.
indeed.
Wow, we're going to be on a reality show. Very cool. Hey, you mentioned Caleb Trix, the Minnesota native, and his opponent, Aussie Duran, native of Ghana.
Aussie Duran.
Yeah. So, what do you think about like the Minnesotans that are kind of getting involved in this?
Listen, I think this is so beautiful. I was saying this on my way here. This reminds me so much of myself when I was a young kid coming up, in the whole town in the upstate area was behind me. And from what I'm seeing now, this is going, hopefully, we're going to have a middleweight championship fight here one day. You know, and I just think that's going to be awesome, because this is going to take boxing in Minnesota on a really like a worldwide level. You know what I mean? I think it deserves that. It has a history of great fighters from back like the turn of the century. And I had never been to Minnesota. Yes, one time, and that was the WWE when I was performing here. And this is pretty exciting. I'm happy to be here. And I'm just looking forward to it.
Okay, who's the person in charge of picking Minnesota in January? I mean, it's cold in
Hey,
January.
listen, we had a purse bid. The purse bid to fight in Minnesota won, and we're here.
And that's where it makes sense. You go where it goes.
Yeah.
Well, talk a little bit about boxing. You know, we haven't really had any great rivalries since you and Holyfield and Buster Douglas. I mean, you guys were household names, even people who weren't even big on boxing. Do you see that coming back with some of these young fighters? And
Absolutely.
Maybe what
There's
happened,
no doubt about it's coming back. Boxing always, in some period of time, always have the little dull drums where just nothing's happening,
Right.
or the little divisions are making all the money and all the noise. But eventually a heavyweight will come out and he'll start making a lot of noise. The Klitschko's at the time where they're about, one of them is retired, the other one's at the age where he's about to retire.
Right.
And so we're going to have some new blood in the heavyweight division, of course.
Do people just lose interest a little bit then, and we go through phases where the NFL's big again, and we just have these cycles?
Well,
or does it take somebody like you,
Take a big
Holyfield,
personality.
It's going to take a huge personality, you know. Listen, we got the Klitschko's, and when you look at these guys are pretty much, they're erudites, and they're champions of the world, they're professors, and they make boxing look good, but boxing people don't look at it in that perspective. So we're going to need a guy that's kind of gritty, knocking guys out, and has a personality that's just want to be interested and find out what he's doing in his everyday life as well.
All right, going back, because when I was having to look at stuff, I didn't realize, it made me feel old, by the way, number one. We go back to the 80s. You've been on the scene for over 25 years now.
Thanks for letting
A
me
quarter
know.
century of you around here now. Now that being said, I mean, back in the good days, 80s and 90s, the true way to find this stuff was mainly big pay-per-view events, and that was the big pull. And some of the largest pay-per-view events ever concerned you in boxing. And now that's still going on by all means, but now you've got all sorts of extra added layers of people getting information about people via Twitter and via Facebook and social media and online outlets. How has the availability of boxers and their big personalities, or sports stars in general, making them available to the public, how has that maybe changed the way sports figures are seen maybe since you started this out?
Hey, listen, to a certain degree that may have it may hinder sports figures.
Yeah.
But the sports figures, the fighters, the entertainers, they have to take it on themselves to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to participate. I'm going to fight the best fighters that are out there. I'm going to participate. I'm going to go against the best teams that are out there. And they have to make themselves a brand, and which, in that case, Twitter and all that social media helped, you know, but instead of, it all comes down to putting in the work. We have to put in the work, and we have to be out there. And we have to be out there personally. Like, I'm out here with your guys, I'm very tangible with your guys, and that's what it has to be. We can't, nowadays we just press a button and we have everything right in front of us, and people no longer have to come to the office. You could have Skyped me right here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but that's not real. You gotta find the energy of the people, and plus, we're, like you say, we're from the 80s and the 90s. We're old time guys, so this is what we believe in with the people person. But nowadays, my son, he just plays with his thing all day at home. He could do his homework. It's right here at home. You don't have to go to the library no more.
That's true.
It's really high tech.
And Mike, I have to ask, as the one woman on the couch here, how in the world do you get us into the world of boxing? I know my husband loves it. I'll sit and watch with them. Is there a way to grab us in the future?
Absolutely, but the reason why it's going to be really complicated, and Caliper is going to see that as well, because they have so many different promoters that have a monopoly, and it's almost like being a slave master and have your own plantation, and my slaves only fight each other. We're not going to fight any other guys. And as long as you're doing that, we're not going to have the worldwide effect and entertainment like we normally have. We have to let the best fighters fight the best fighters, and we have to have competitive fights. Normally when we watch a fight now, we know who's basically going to win, or we have an idea who's going to win before the fights even start, and that's really killing boxing.
For the sport,
No, and that's why entertainment like MMAs are taking over from the fan base, because it's very entertaining, and you see very exciting fights. The guys are exciting, and you know this guy's going to really put a hurting on this guy, and this guy's going to pat out, you're hurting me, and this kind of stuff.
And they're having the personalities too.
Oh, absolutely.
The personalities and social media to match it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's all the time we have for this segment, though, but we have much more with Mike Tyson coming up on The Buzz. We're going to talk more about Hollywood and all the other things that he's been involved in, and maybe what's next, maybe more reality TV. You got a lot of stuff going on, don't you?
Reality TV, it's just a ticket to the future.
Yeah.
If you don't got a reality show, you're just hanging at the bootstraps.
You can see
there.
there's the camera right there. There's that reality camera right over
Up
there.
in front of the camera.
Yeah, come on over here, Mr. Reality
Hey,
TV.
come see
There
these
it
guys.
is.
Reality guy.
We'll talk more of all this. The Fox 9 Buzz continues right after the break.
Evander, it's your ear.
You know, if you can't make fun of yourself for biting off part of a guy's ear, what can you make fun of? I don't know. The world has seen over the past few years that former heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson, really is really funny. And he's a really nice guy. We're back with more of Mike Tyson here on the Fox 9 Buzz on this Friday, here to promote Friday Night Fights over at Target Center. Thanks for being here again, Mike.
Hey, man, I love being here. I didn't know it was going to be this cold here.
If it makes
Do we
sense.
ever have sightings of wolves here since the
Timberwolves are-
Oh,
You
there
have
are.
sightings of wolves here?
Yes.
There's
Oh, yeah.
bear. We've got bear.
Yeah.
We got moose. Watch out for a moose.
Yeah, don't hit him with the
Yeah,
car.
no,
I think he'd be afraid of you.
No, I doubt that.
You do a really good job of
You're more like a cow that move, right?
It is. It's a really awful kind of grunting, mooing
Right.
sound.
Yes, for sure.
It's
And
bad.
you
You
know,
never
Comes
wanna
out
hear
the
it.
nose.
Yeah, it's not something you
Part
just
pig is in there.
do people know how really funny you are in real life? I love this, the fact that we're getting to see this, that it's not just when you're in the movies and all that.
You know,
You-
normally when people saw me, I'm biting
You're-
somebody's ear and knocking
Well,
them
I
out
was
or
gonna
something.
just
so
say,
that-
and now you can make fun of yourself. You just tweeted on New Year's the picture of the chocolate ears.
Oh God.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny. And then
Happy
wrote,
New Ears.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell them, you know what I mean? Holy ears at the store, holy ears. Get your holy ear. When you bite them, blood gush out. The red goo stuff.
See,
Wow.
Oh,
Hey,
that's very filling.
Great
That's
idea.
That's marketing.
Genius.
And that's capitalism. Okay, so are you and Evander friends now?
Hey, yeah, we get along.
Well, you did the commercial
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I gave his ear back.
That's good.
That was a nice
very
present. When you see him, do you talk about that, or is that just that's water under the bridge and that's
No,
old
we only
news?
talk about it when we get paid to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
All
go.
right.
Right.
You've popped up a lot. I mean, we showed you from The Hangover a while ago. You're in that ad. You've been on TV shows a lot here as of late, over the past several years. Did you ever think when you started off that you'd be sliding from a sports figure into a entertainment figure like you
No,
are now?
not at all, because in between there, I had so many dark moments in my life, so I never thought I would make a ascend to this moment. You know, I just never had that idea, you know, and so I guess God works in mysterious ways, so they say, I hear. And I'm just very grateful. That's all I can say.
You know, it's
Very
interesting.
grateful.
Because as many rough patches, if you want to call them that, and struggles as you've had over the years, some very dark turns in your history. One thing that I like about you is the fact that you're very upfront and you're very honest about that. You've never tried to hide what has gone on with you. You've used that as a teaching moment, perhaps for others. And is that how you look at that? You've always been very just matter of fact about some of the journeys you've taken over the years.
My experience through everything I endured in my life allowed me to realize that I'm only as sick as my darkest secrets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the least secrets you have, the well you become. So that's why I try not to hold any secrets, especially the dark ones. And during that journey, maybe other people, who have the same secrets I have, won't be afraid to, to share their secrets. You know what I mean? Because we're a nation of imperfection. We're never going to reach that moment of perfection as a human concern, and we just have to live life on life terms.
You are a different Mike Tyson than what we were just kind of talking about. You have children. You mentioned losing the weight from 2009.
Absolutely.
Your lifestyle has changed, hasn't it?
It had to change in order to, exist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had to make some changes in my life, which I'm very grateful for. Like at this moment, I never believed that me and my partner Gary Jonas would be doing a reality show. I looked so down on reality shows, and then I realized that you have to go with the times. Reality shows are a thing of the future. Mm-hmm. So this is just what it is.
How close of a glimpse or how good of a look are people going to get with your reality show? How much access does this guy have to your life, and what do you talk about? What do you do? What do you want this show to be to show people who Mike Tyson is?
Well, it's just going to show that life is not easy, for once. It's going to show it's not easy, and they're going to see that people who appears to have everything going, that's on television, that's famous, that they're going to run into brick walls of life too, and there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. It's going to be out of their hands. They're not going to have any power over their adversity, and they have to deal with it.
Talk about that. What are the hard things about being Mike Tyson then that people are going to see?
Well, you have to be patient. You have to learn patience, something I've never, ever in my life had been good on grasping. So you have to be patient with people who are less patient than you are.
Well, yeah.
And life doesn't revolve around you. You have to follow laws. You have to respect yourself. You have to be humble in moments where you don't want to be humble, and you have to learn about things that you really have no interest in learning about. And that's what life is all about. And realize that we don't have any control over the world. This is just life on life terms, and we have to handle it as it comes to us. Because life is moving pretty fast. It's moving pretty fast.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah,
All right,
no
definitely.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mike. We really appreciate it.
Man, it's really a pleasure being here, guys. And I hope everybody come out to the Target Center and watch your local. Come down here, Calip Truax, put the axe down on Mr. Duran, and it's going to be beautiful, guys. And I'll be there, and it's going to be...
Oh, I don't like being so close to that. Oh,
Watch out.
That's,
He deserves it, though.
no, look at that. There's a little bead of sweat there.
Oh, I like that.
Here's the information. That's Mike the promoter. You can see Mike in some great boxing Friday night fights tonight. Target Center, 7 o'clock. Tickets are still available, and they start at $35.
IBF World Junior Lightweight Champions, Agenis Mendez fighting Rance, the Bartholomew Backstabber.
I like it.
Got it.
I love it.
You got it
Thanks,
all.
Mike.
Mike. We'll be right back.
Knockout, guys.
Not me.
Can you do that again? That was...
That was awesome.
It hurt yourself.
Nice.
You're not supposed to hurt yourself. You're supposed to hurt Keith.
I've been doing this for a long time.